Wherever you are, the universe will rise up to meet you with the dream. But this is the thing. The dream has to be a pure dream. This is the thing that people miss. That is also true for the law of attraction. And the mistake that people make is they're like, well, I wish for it, and I really want that, and that didn't happen. You have to be in pure alignment with whatever it is you're wishing for. Yeah. So your heart has to be pure, and your intention has to be pure in order for it to come in.
Yes, and if it's not,
it doesn't come through.
Yes.
It does not come through if you really are in fear or resentment or resistance toward it. So if you really want something, but deep down inside, like your real intention is, I'm not going to get it, I'm not going to get it, I don't deserve it, I don't know, nothing good ever happens to me, that energy will block whatever it is from coming towards you. So the universe rises up to meet you in the purest of your heart.
You were always this incredible actress, this amazing movie star. You had this incredible curiosity, and I think we're sort of alike in that we love to share good information that we learn, and we want to bring that to our friends, our wider circles, and then the world. You're such a manifester, but you also, I think, you convey so well that anybody can be a manifester in their life, right? Like, you grew up in a situation and you're like, I think I want to know more and go other places and I want more exposure, and you just manifested it. And don't you think that everybody has that power within them to some degree?
Yeah, I think so. I think if you get this information, your life will be better because you now know something that you didn't know before. And whenever we expand our minds or our experience, and we get, it takes us in another path.
Sign y'all when I get my label deal. I ain't even know I was gonna get no label. But I was determined.
Yes, man, I'm your producer, don't know how to produce. I'm gonna sign you to my label.
Yeah.
I don't have no label.
I don't have no label.
Hey, bro.
Yeah.
Wait, man, I gotta wait to be a producer. Nah, you're a producer when you say you're a producer.
Yes,
Once you made it up in your mind, I'm a producer, you have then became a producer.
100%.
You know what I'm saying? You are now you are now a record label when you say I'm going to be.
Yeah, as long as you move, the way you're supposed to move. Once you say this, it can manifest. It's gonna manifest.
I feel that the universe, whatever you believe in, whether it's God, Jah, Jehovah, Allah, whatever it is, Mother Nature, Father Time, whatever you believe in, that determining factor, I believe, is motivated by the efforts and energy you put into what you say you want.
In fact, I appreciate everything, and I'm grateful for the things around me and the way things are going. That's why it's going so good for me. It's crazy how things just form, dreams just form into reality. This is the law of attraction. I mean, you have to, in the struggle, when things are going good and you visualize these good things happening, you visualize more good things happening, that's easy. What's not easy to do is when things are going bad and you're visualizing the good stuff. And that was what I was able to do. I was able to, even though I was having these troubles at home, and even though I had no job, no, you know what I mean, or whatever, didn't know what I was doing. If it didn't happen, it didn't happen, but I still was able to feel like it was. I still was able to go into a different, just like use my imagination, like a kid would use his imagination. I was basically just using my imagination.
Where you realize the dream, where you're like in the place where you always wanted to be?
Yes, girl. I was watching In Living Color. It was years ago. Criss Cross was on In Living Color, and they was doing Jump, and I was like, oh my God, they look just like me. They got braids, their clothes are big. I need to be the third member of Criss Cross.
Really?
And I ended up on their first single.
Wow.
The album, The Bomb. Yeah.
That's crazy.
It was crazy.
As a kid, I used to watch Entertainment Tonight, and I used to see like John Tesh, Lisa Gibbons, and Mary Hart, like talking their entertainment stuff. And I used to be like, yo, I want to do that. Street clothes.
Yeah.
And fast 4 years later, boom.
Yeah. And you spoke it into existence because you wear your street clothes.
That's
right. Crazy. Love it.
That's crazy.
See, y'all dreams do come true.
Wealth is of the heart and the mind and not of the pocket. And I say that because Everybody that's a billionaire made it by either, by the means of their thoughts, the byproduct of what it is that they think, and turned it into business, or they're heir of a rich family. But to which point, somebody thought of something, right? And it manifests itself into a business to where they can make some money. But I don't think that you should need money to validate your wealth on the inside. As long as you're smart and you educated, you have the same ability to be a billionaire, trillionaire, anything else. You don't need money to validate.
Movie is about the power of positive thinking. It's about asking and believing and receiving. I'm curious, you've had so many different roles over your career. What has been a role that you can attribute to maybe having landed because of that power of positive thinking?
I was working with a guy named Boris Kodjoe, who's another very famous actor, and he was like, "Hey man, you seem really down." And I was like, "I just hate this. I just hate our boss." And he said, "Come to my dressing room," and he gave me a copy of The Secret. And listen, I'm a pretty negative, pessimistic person. It really helped me get through a pretty negative time in my life. So when they said they were making the scripted version, I was like, this is so funny. I mean, I guess I put it out there, the power, the laws of attraction, the secret laws of attraction, and I knew I'd be part of the scripted version of it.
I love that.
If you say in your mind, I want this, oh no, it can't, you're done. You're dead. You're training yourself to not even be able to imagine what you want. How are you going to stop it in your mind? In your mind has to be the wildest, freest place where you have everything you've ever dreamed. One more go. Your mental and emotional limits are way before your actual limit. So you always have to keep a stash of one more go. Your own mind stops you in places that the world is going to move out of your way. Start by telling yourself what it can't be, what it can't. Let your mind go fully to the impossible dream of where they could be. Put them where you want them. And now one move at a time, you work backwards to figure out how to get there, and it's way easier.
And I truly believe that we're defined by the stories we tell ourselves. So when we see new stories through movies and media, I see changes in culture happening. So I read an incredible study that changed the way I create and think. And it said that the human mind can't be logical and creative at the same time. How many of you have ever walked from a highly creative brainstorm where you were fueled with passion and then had to talk about numbers and business and, right? It's tough, right?
Hello.
Yes, hi.
Hi, Sunita here. Firstly, I have to say, I put up a vision board of both of you just about a year back, saying meet Jay Shetty and feel inspired to inspire the world, and meet Vishen to lift humanity forward, because what you both are doing is so amazing. Today is my dream come true. I'm seeing both of you on the stage, so that's, I just wanted to say. And my, thank you.
Wait. Let's do something. Come on stage. Let's get you a picture with us both. Come on stage. And you're going to ask the question directly here. Okay.
That's me.
Okay. Look at the camera. Stand in the middle. Look at the camera. Thank you. Now you can stick that on your vision board. Now, what was your question, Sunita?
Actress Meghan Markle went off and married a prince. Sounds like a fairy tale. Even though she became a duchess, the Duchess of Sussex to be exact, she once wrote about wanting to become a princess, and even about her future sister-in-law Kate Middleton, the Duchess of Cambridge. HuffPost dug through an old blog post on Markle's lifestyle website, The Tig, which was taken down in April of 2017 when Meghan was dating Prince Harry. Markle was interviewing a real princess of the Libyan royal family and kicked off the article writing how most little girls dream of being princesses. Markle said she was no exception, but she was all about She-Ra, Princess of Power, which they made a cartoon about back in the day, and even a new Netflix reboot. Markle went on to write that grown women are all about the princess fantasy as well, and mentioned all of the pomp and circumstance surrounding Kate Middleton and Prince William's wedding frenzy. Fast forward to a few years later, and it was Meghan's turn. You could say it's the start of an exciting new chapter.
If you're interested in isolation, is it because you think that a person in an isolated state feels greater emotions than they do when they're surrounded by people and things?
I think if he is in isolation, instead of receiving the whole world as his home, he tends to create a micro world inside himself. And it's that peculiar part of the human mind that fascinates me about the small universes that can be created inside the mind. Some of them fairly schizophrenic and quite off the wall.
What happens to oneself as a person, one does it to oneself. Anything that's happened to me is because of my behavior or my experiences. Nobody from the outside damages me. Nobody from the outside does that. If I cause damage to myself, it's me that's causing the damage.